We got a whole nother PowerJet to install this week. This is a super nice setup. This is a cold water PowerJet, and it is a very easy to install, fast setup. This is the kind of thing that will totally streamline your wash process because you'll never need to fuel it up with gasoline. You're not gonna be hooking up and unhooking your hoses and stuff. This is the kind of thing that you put in a corner and you just rock and roll. And that's what you want because you have to wash trucks all the time. You don't wanna have to set up everything and break everything down when you're done. Just put this in the corner somewhere. It's a great setup. Let's take a closer look. I'm gonna show you what I like about the inside of this thing right over here. So this is a General pump. General pump is my favorite pump aside from Cat. I do like Cat a lot, but they are a little pricey. These are good value, but they also last really well. And when they need to be serviced, they're a lot less expensive to buy the packing for, the valves and all that. They're very inexpensive to work on. So that's a good thing. It'll stay running for a long time. This is the VRT3 unloader. This is a very good unloader as far as reliability goes. Also a good price point if you ever need to replace it, not expensive. I think we moved those for like 50 bucks. They're not really a big deal. So that's a nice setup for getting you up and running. And then the rest of it is just a good motor and some pressure switches to know when it's in a certain state, and I'll get into that next. But this is a nice design because this can flip open. I'll show you that. You loosen these wing nuts right here, and this whole thing flips forward and just hangs out right here. It reminds me a little bit of a big rig hood. So this is really a big advantage because most power washers, man, imagine if the pump were like upside down, like under here, but it was against the ceiling somewhere, or like, like this, seriously. There's so many bad designs out there that they leave you no room for turning a wrench or getting in position to work on something. And here there's this platform that comes along where everything's at elbow height. I love this thing. And so one huge feature about the PowerJets that we sell, we always make sure that they have auto start stop installed. What that means is that they have these pressure sensors on them. And these sense when you release your squeeze trigger and you go into bypass mode. Let me show you what I mean. So on your power washer gun, when you release this, the water stops coming out here, but it's still moving in the power washer. It's in this loop over here. And what happens is this water gets hotter over time. So you want the power washer to know that it's in that state so that it can turn itself off so that you don't have to worry about turning off the machine. Because that's something that, I mean, nobody ever, like, eventually somebody's gonna forget to turn the thing off. You know what I mean? You want it to know that it's time to turn down. Once this times down, it's just sitting in a resting state, but as soon as you squeeze the trigger again, it will sense that and fire back up again. So that's really, really, really nice. It makes it work kind of like an air compressor would, where you're not thinking about the air compressor and whether it's on or not. Once it's on, you just use it at your shop. And then, you know, maybe you shut it off at night or for the weekend or something. But yeah, that's how this thing works, and that's a huge advantage. All right, so we're gonna get this thing prepped for our install tomorrow. We're gonna just rip through everything, make sure everything's good and we have everything, and then we're gonna put it into the customer. Hopefully they like everything. I think they're gonna like everything, Kev. What do you think? Oh yeah. I would love to have a setup like this. Man. Here we go. Yeah. There it is.
is almost as important as the stove. Because that's what's physically pulling it off.